Hey, Lord of the Smart Rings here. Besides being a fan of smart rings and wearables in general, regarding smartwatches, I'm especially into the Garmin Fenix line. I'm also fan of feature called Smart Alarm. I recently found an email from 2018 where I was discussing with the developer of the Sleep as Android app how their smart alarm could potentially work with the Garmin Fenix 5. A lot has changed since then. Garmin has released what feels like 1,000 different watch models, and today I'm wearing the Garmin Fenix 8 with the smart alarm on board. In this video, we'll cover what models are supported and whether it really works, and for a reference I will use EEG headband friends. So let's dive in. All Garmin models are equal, but some are more equal than others. Surprisingly, the first Garmin to get the Smart Wake feature was the Vivoactive 6. Now, thanks to a massive beta program update, the Fenix 8, Fenix E and Tactix 8 are next in line. But fair warning, unless you're ready to face more bugs than usual, you might want to wait a bit longer before testing the smart alarm on these models. I enabled the beta in Garmin Connect just basically for the alarm. So, how does it work? On the front end, it's super simple. Just go to Alarms, Specific Alarm, and then toggle on Smart Wake. That's it. When I first set up, there was a short info which no longer appears, explaining that the watch tries to wake you in an optimal 30-minute window before you set the alarm time. So what is the context of smart alarms in wearables? Waking during light sleep is the holy grail of alarms. It helps you to avoid sleep inertia. Sleep inertia is that groggy, confused state after waking up that can last minutes or even hours. It happens if you wake up in wrong sleep stage, let's say for example in deep. Different wearable manufacturers have different takes on smart waking. Here are a few examples. Smart headbands. These use EEG to monitor brainwaves and trigger audio alarms. My best mood on wake up came from the Dream 2, which I have here. This one no longer functional, and currently I'm using the Friends headband, this one. Then we have smart rings. The French circular ring tried to smart wake up via vibrations during light sleep. Ultrahuman is trying too, but without haptics or sound, it just uses your phone. Then we have smartwatches, of course. For example, Fitbit, like Garmin, offers a 30-minute wake-up window. Apple Watch, on the other hand, requires third-party apps. Then we have others, for example, Whoop bases its smart wake-up on recovery scores in green and uses vibrations. So, does this work? Good question. Hard to say. After a couple of nights, I haven't felt a major difference, though that doesn't mean it's not working. With these warm mornings, I tend to wake up naturally anyway. That's not a bad thing. Let's look at some hard data. Today's alarm set from 5:30 to 6 a.m. Watch vibrated at 5:40. Unfortunately, Garmin doesn't provide much in terms of logs or detailed analysis. But according to Garmin, I was in light sleep at 5:38 and awake at 5:40. According to the Oura Ring, which by the way won my sleep tech comparison best smart ring sleep, it was almost identical. Looking at the EEG data from the Friends headband, it also aligned quite well. So what about conclusion? I'll close with two main points. First, I honestly don't understand why it took Garmin so long to implement this feature. Maybe if they focused more on software development instead of constantly releasing new hardware, it could have been available years ago. But hey, pumping out models keeps the cash flow going, I understand that. And second point, the 30-minute window is a compromise. I'd love to customize that window myself. Sure, for example, 60-minute window could mean waking up at maybe too early, but at least it would be more flexible. That said, 30 minutes is still 30 minutes more than the fixed alarm Garmin offered until now. So, I am a big fan of natural waking, but even a basic smart alarm is better than nothing. I will continue with my testing and hopefully I will bring more information. And also be aware, currently the feature is in the beta, so maybe during the development there can be some changes. Cheers!